Hi, it's Kassy with Kassy's Parlor, and today we are going to look at Artesprix products. This is a full line of sublimation products that you can use to transform all different things. Today we're going to be working with the Poly Canvas zip case that comes from Artesprix, and I'm going to show you what it looks like here. It's just a nice white zippered case. I'm going to decorate the front of it to put art supplies in. So I can put my pencils and markers and pens. I could even put my Artesprix markers in here. That would be very cool. So I'm going to walk you through the process. It's super easy to do and you don't need a lot of supplies. So let's get going. So first I'll tell you what's on my desk here really quick. So this first pack, this is a 10 pack. It's got chisel tip markers in it, okay? And these are transfer markers. They're called permanent thermal transfer markers. And these are used to be able to draw or color onto stamps and stamp with. You can do all sorts of things, okay? And they come in all of these. Actually, I'll just show you what they look like. I took some out here, but here's some of the colors. Whoops, wrong way. And then here's a couple of the colors that I'm using. So all the primaries, really, everything you need really to get started, okay? Then they also have smaller packs of markers if you just want to try a few colors. This is a 6-pack. This one is called Nomi Botanicals. Super duper cute. And we've got these colors in there. Okay, and they're all the same. They're all chisel tip. They all work the same. They're just different color packs. This pack here is all black, but they're different nibs. So we've got 2 round, 2 fine, and 2 chisel. So this one I think would be a staple because you can always use black. And it's got different nibs there so you can write in different ways. Okay, and finally we have the Pastel Pack. Okay, I'll show you the packaging up close there. And then I'll show you the colors that are inside. Really beautiful pastel colors. Okay, so those are all of the markers that we have. All right, and then we also have the black Sublimation Ink Pad. It works just like any other kind of ink pad. It does have this protective cover on it, kind of like stays on, right? So we want to make sure we keep that and don't throw it away. That protects the ink pad. We've got some heat transfer tape, very important for the transferring process. And that is all. And then I have the zippered pouch, okay? So the other items you need, all you need is a piece of copy paper. This is just regular copy paper like you use in any printer that you would use, okay? So any kind of regular copy paper will do. All right, so when I'm going to work on something like this, and I'm going to do some sublimation using these products, I will cut my copy paper down to about the size that could cover the surface of what I'm going to transfer onto, okay? So I've cut this paper down, as you can see here, down to just slightly smaller than the bag because I just want to know, like, I'm not going end to end on this bag with the transfer, right? I'm just going to be kind of working in this middle section. So I cut the paper down to about where I might want to transfer, just so that when I take this bag away and now I'm just working with the paper, I have a decent idea of, you know, where things are going to land and what space I have to use to work with. It just helps visually for me to be able to see kind of what my canvas looks like, right? Okay, so I'm just going to have fun. This is going to kind of be a mixed media bag for me. So I want to just stamp some images. Okay, so first I really want to use this stamp. It's so beautiful. It's from Unity Stamp Company. I've had it for a long time. As you can see, it's black now because I've used it so many times, but it's quite beautiful. But I really want to have a couple of colors on here. Now you could stamp this with the ink pad and just have all black, but I want black for some of it, but these roses I really want to be red. Okay, so I'm just going to use my marker. So I've got the black Artesprix Permanent Thermal Transfer Marker, and I am going to just color. All right, I'm going to color all over where I want it to be black. And if you've ever colored on stamps before with markers, this is the exact same process. Very, very easy to do, no big deal, okay? So we're going to color all over this stamp with the black. Then I'm going to go back over with the red on just where the roses are, okay? And if you have a stamp that's clean, you know, you'll be able to see this a lot better. My stamp obviously is stained, so hopefully this works out. I can't really see for sure where I have got the color, but I'm feeling pretty confident. And if I miss a little bit, I don't mind. If I stamp it on a piece of paper and I really don't like it, I just get a new piece of paper, right? Because it's just copy paper, you know. You're not really missing out or losing or wasting anything here. And it's fun to play with this. But again, you could always stamp it and just have it all be one color, and that works great too. Okay, so whatever you do here is going to be mirrored. Okay, so remember that when you are stamping things out. Everything will be mirrored because you're going to flip it over and put it on your substrate, whatever it is, or canvas. Okay, so that's a little light, but I actually really like it. And don't worry if the colors are muted or don't look quite right. They will be a lot more bold when we get to the thermal process, okay? That looks really, really beautiful, I think. All right, so then I wanted to add a couple of these butterflies, and I'm going to put them, actually I'm going to put them where I want them on here. And then I will pick them up with my block there. Okay, so see, she's just got butterflies kind of coming out of her head there. I think that looks super cute. I'm going to pick them all up so they're right where I want them to be. And I'm going to paint them each a different color. So I've got pink here. Just this I can see a little better. They're clear stamps and they're not all stained up, so that's cool. And I've got purple. Okay, so I'm just giving those a quick color, and then I'm going to use the green on this little one up here. All right, and so now we can stamp that onto our paper, kind of where we were before. Doesn't have to be perfect either, because remember, this is just a fun art pouch, so I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, I love that. I love that it has kind of a watercolor look. And remember too, the fact that these are a little bit muted is no big deal. They're going to be more vibrant when we transfer them. Okay? Okay, so now I have these images stamped. All right, and I want to write my name on here, so I'm going to have to do it backwards, remember, because what we're going to do is flip this over and print it basically onto that bag. So I think I'm going to use black, just using the marker, and I am going to write all right, so now I'm ready to put it onto my bag, okay? So I've done some stamping, I've done some writing on the piece of paper, and now you decide what side it's going to go on. I like it on this side, okay? Nice and flat. Now, okay, so now when we're ready to do the transferring, we've created our design, we have our blank. We're going to use this protective paper, which comes on a roll like this. Okay, from Artesprix also. And I have just cut two pieces that are big enough to fit on either side of my blank, okay? And I'll go over the sandwich in a moment here. I need to clear my space and bring in, this is like, this is a Cricut easy press mat, but it absorbs the heat really well, and it's great to use when you're doing sublimation printing. So we're going to have our mat down here, and then I'm going to have the protective paper, and then you'll have your blank on top of that paper. Then you will have your art piece, okay? Remember, it's just on regular copy paper, and we're going to put it over where we want it. And now we're going to use the heat resistant tape to make sure it's not going to move on us while we're printing, because if it moves you'll get a fuzzy image and then your project will be ruined, and that's no good. So the one thing you want to make sure with the heat resistant tape is that you're not going over where any of your image is, because this resists heat, so then your image won't transfer properly to your canvas, whatever that is, okay? So just make sure you're only going on the sides. And I would put it on, you know, all the sides, just to make sure it's very secure and isn't going to move at all during the transfer process. So I'm just cutting off little pieces here. I'm making sure it's nice and straight and flat, no creases or folds or anything like that. Just take your time with this part and make sure you're doing it right so that you have success in your transfer. Okay, so I'm going to cover all 4 sides. All right. And there's a lot of tape on this roll, so it's going to last you a very long time. Okay, so now we've taped down all 4 sides. It's nice and flat. Then we get another sheet of protective paper. Okay, this is the Artesprix protective paper. Okay, and then we're going to get whatever heat press you have. If you have, you know, an actual heat press for like t-shirts and stuff, you can put it in there. It does have a zipper, so you have to be careful of that and consider it. If you have an easy press, you know, any size, I'm using my mini here just because we're working with a fairly small project, but you could use any easy press you have for sure. The settings, you want to be on 400 degrees for 45 seconds, okay? So because I'm using the mini, I'm going to have to do, you know, go over a couple times to get all the pieces, but it definitely will work. So let's get started. I'm just going to count and I'll speed this process up. Okay, so now I've pressed it. It is hot. So you definitely don't want to touch it right away or try to take the top off right away. We're just going to put it off to the side, okay? I'm going to move my mat out of the way. Okay, so now it's cooled a little bit. I think we're good to take this off, so the reveal is the best part. Oh my gosh, I love this. It looks so, so good. So here we go. Here's the close-up. It's got my name. Now see that it's right side. I love the stamp. I just love it. And I love that I was able to do it with different colors. And then we've got the cute little butterflies going up there. So this is fantastic. I love this. I'm going to put all my Artesprix supplies in here. You could even decorate the back, like I said, and do whatever you want. You can draw, you can stamp, you can use the markers to color on a stamp so you can get multiple colors, or you can use the ink pads that they have. I would say, remember, if you're using the ink pad, it does have this protective cover on the inside, just like a stays-on ink, and I would maybe get a glue dot and stick, you know, so it sticks to the top of the lid, but definitely don't throw that away because that protects your ink and keeps it for a long time. We made this bag together. Very, very cool. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed learning about Artesprix and you found some inspiration here today. Please consider subscribing to my channel and pressing the bell so you don't miss future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.